Hello everyone. Today we will talk about inheritance, which is also called as easy relationship. In last class we talked about hazard relationship or aggregator. So today we will focus on inheritance. So inheritance is one of the OOPS principle, object oriented programming language principle. In this concept, one class acquires the properties of another class. Acquires the properties of another class meaning if one class has its variable methods, so all those are accessible from the another class. One class acquires the properties of another class. That is the meaning of that. A class which shares the property is called a superclass. A class which acquires a property of another class is called a subclass. Assume a relationship of parent and child. So all the parents property will be acquired by the child, right? In the same manner, so parent class is called as superclass and the child class is called as subclass. So here child class acquires the properties of parent class. Just take this as example, this class A and class B, whereas class A is called as superclass or a parent class, class B is called as subclass or a child class. So when the inheritance is achieved, then all the variables methods available in class A will become accessible to class B. This is the inheritance concept. So how do we achieve inheritance? Using a keyword extends, that we will see when we start programming. So these are the different types of inheritance. One is single level, that is class B acquires class A, and another one is and the next one is multi-level, where class C acquires class B and class B acquires class A. And third type of inheritance is hierarchical, that means two or more subclasses acquiring the same superclass. Okay, like class A has been inherited by class B, class C, class D, etc. The next type is multiple, whereas one class acquiring a property of two or more subclasses. This is not logically possible because of concept called as constructor chaining issue. So that we will learn in the upcoming session. But this is one of the type, but which is not possible through Java classes. Using class we cannot achieve the multiple inheritance. And the last type is hybrid, which is a combination of all these, like single or multiple or hierarchical, which do not actually exist but kind of type of the inheritance. So basically we will see single, multi-level and hierarchical, and what is the issue we are facing with the multiple inheritance. Let's see the programs for single level inheritance. Let's create a class. And create variables in a sample class. And a method. One printing statement. let's have class B sample, and here we'll make use of the keyword extends A sample. That's how we are building the relationship between B sample and A sample. And rest all syntax remains same, only thing is extends A sample, which class you want to extend. Here also we'll define variables and methods, make it as a double, and method So in our main class we will create an object of B sample class, so now we can see with the object reference variable bb of type B sample, we will be able to access members of A sample class. Okay, so the moment I say bb dot, you see D variable which is from B sample class and I variable which is from A sample class, and also disp from A sample class, and we also have test which is of course from B sample class. So this is how B sample acquires the properties of A sample class. So let's use this methods execution, and also we will print the variable value from A sample which is I, and also this is from B sample class. So dot D. So now we can notice here, so this disp method we are calling which is present in A sample, and test which is in B sample, and we are calling I value to print here which is from A sample, and D value which is present in B sample. So this will print the first two lines, that is this is disp method in A sample class, and bb.test will print this is test method in B sample class. Okay, and here system.out println method to print the values of I and D. So let's expect the same in the output once we run this. Yes, this is disp method in A sample, this is test method in B sample, and I value and D value. So now let's look at the multi-level. So what we will do, we'll just make use of the class A, B, but we will change the class name here. A sample 1, B sample 1, and also we will have one more class. This is multi-level, right? So we will have class C sample 1 extends what? Extends B sample 1. So if you remember this last example in the class diagram, so this diagram is called as class diagram. So class C extends class B, class B extends class A. So in this program also what we are trying to do is class C extends class B, class B extends class A. Okay, now this will extends B sample 1. So here also we'll define some variables and methods. So I'll make use of char C is equal to A and void demo this is demo method in, this is demo method in C sample class. So let's erase the previous output, and in our main class what we will do is we will create an object of sample C sample 1 okay. So in C sample 1 CC is equal to new C sample 1. So now the expectation is we will be able to access all the variables and methods which we have extended, which we have achieved the inheritance using extends keyword. So let's see, if I say cc dot, I should be able to access I, D and C. So I is from A sample, D is from B sample and C is from C sample. So we will first we will print the methods. So demo is from C sample, disp is from A sample and test is from B sample, right? So we'll print one by one. Let's print disp, then cc dot test, which is from B sample 1 method, class, then cc dot demo, which is from C sample 1 class. And next we will print variable value cc dot I, we can just say, okay, let's print in 3 different lines, no issues. cc dot D from B sample 1 class, cc dot C, which is from C sample 1 class. Okay. So the expectation here is method print statement from all these 3 and the individual variable value from all these 3. So let's observe the output. Okay, so this is disp method, this is test method, this is demo method from the individual A, B, C sample classes and the individual variable values from sample each classes, A sample 1, B sample 1 and C sample 1. So this is to understand that with the extension of classes to the parent classes or the superclasses, we will be able to access their variables as well as their methods. That is the main benefit from the inheritance. So we saw both the single level and multi-level. Now we will see um, hierarchical. Okay, so in hierarchical also, which is exactly in the same pattern, but with okay, let's create one more and we will see what is the difference. So here also what I will do, so let's have, okay, we can use the third one also here. Okay, I think we in the last program we missed, it's supposed to be a sample 1. Okay, there could be some copy paste error, we did not notice properly. So let's first of all make this to 2 in our new program, so there will be no ambiguity based on that. Okay, there are 2 1 1. Okay, so now it is a result. So be careful when you are copy pasting. So all are a sample 1, b sample 1, c sample 1, and here we will make a sample 2, b sample 2, c sample 2, and b sample 2 extends a sample 2, and b c sample 2 extends here also the same thing, it extends a sample 2. So if you refer the example, so 2 or more classes acquiring the property of one superclass. So here we have b sample class and c sample class acquiring the properties of a sample and a sample. So what we will do here is we will create object of first b sample class. Okay, let's define a main method. Let's say b2 is equal to b2 dot, you can see only from the a sample class and b sample class variables and methods are suggested. So d is from b sample class, I is from a sample class, because we have extension only with the a, so b extends a sample class. Okay, so let's print the methods first. bsample2 dot disp and b2 dot, we have test there, right? Test. Okay, so next is b2 dot d and I, or let's make it I first, then b2 dot d. Okay, so next what we will do is we'll create an object of csample2. Okay, because this also extends a sample2 class, right? So let's create an object of csample2. c2 is equal to new csample2 and c2 dot, here also you can see I is again from a sample, that is parent class, and c is from subclass. Okay, so let's print the method values. Method statement disp is from a sample class, c2 dot demo, which is from subclass csample2. Okay, c2 dot I, which is a sample2 class variable, c2 dot c, which is from csample2 class. So that is how we can create a extension, and this hierarchy, this is this way we can achieve the hierarchical level of inheritance. So let's observe the output. So these two is from the bsample2 object, which is using which we are accessing a sample class variable and method, and b sample class method and a variable I and d value. Here also using c object, c2 object, we are making accessible to disp method in a sample class, and also disp demo method, which is of course in the csample2 class. Yes. So these are the three different types of inheritance. We cannot make a multiple inheritance using class because of the diamond problem, which we will discuss in detail in the upcoming class. So this is the end of inheritance. Thank you.